Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. I'm bringing you guys another update regarding Kaspa. I'm sure you guys are enjoying these updates because, the feedback has been absolutely amazing. So continue supporting the way you guys are and you will continue to see these updates. But if you're looking at the markets, guys, I'm sure at this point nothing makes sense because you're seeing so much volatility. And again, if you are a follower on the channel, we know what's happening. And I've been telling you guys, it's not a time to be getting too excited right now because of course, Bitcoin is not at the levels where I wanted to in order for me to turn bullish. But anyhow, let's take a look at what is happening with Kaspa right now as we're going into Thursday morning. So Kaspa is down about 3.2% as you can see over the past 24 hours, with the price currently sitting at 16.5 cents. It's also up 1.5% in Bitcoin comparative though. If you focus on BTC comparative, then I'm sure you guys are happy about this. Market cap still remaining above $4 billion, and a lot of people are realizing this. And the 24-hour trading volume is at about $71 million. So far so good. We need to keep in mind that the Bitcoin price has gone down a little bit, which of course has impacted Kaspa. But there's one other thing that a lot of people in the Kaspa community are talking about, which I'm going to discuss with you guys. Before I do that though, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So this is what people are talking about. So Mr. Kaspa, shout out to Mr. Kaspa for posting this. They say, if Mara sells any more Kaspa, I'm selling all my shares. So what's pretty much happening, if you guys are confused, let me explain what's really happening. So remember, just I think 2 to 3 weeks back, we heard a massive news coming out of Mara that, they are mining Kaspa. They have added Kaspa on their list and they've been mining it like crazy. So pretty much what's happening recently is that they're actually selling from the balance that they own, and they're selling it. And of course, people are not happy about that, but I don't think that should be taken as a bad thing as well. They have every right to sell. Just because they're mining doesn't mean they can't allocate their positions into something else, or lock some profits in. That's part of the game. And I know some people don't like hearing that, especially the Kaspa moon boys, but that's just a reality, guys. It is bringing a lot of exposure though, like organic exposure. A lot of people don't tend to remember that how much exposure Kaspa is getting just based off of that. This is part of the game. People mine Kaspa not just to not take some profits. That's not how it works. Profit taking is part of the game, and it's just something that we need to accept. But yeah, some people are saying they're buying more Bitcoin. It doesn't matter what they're doing. It does not matter what they're doing. They still have put Kaspa on the spotlight, as mentioning that, hey guys, look, we're mining Kaspa, and that itself is huge in my opinion. And we need to look at it from the other angle as well. But looking at the dominance index, and with that said though, I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys personally think regarding this? But if you're looking at dominance index, so of course, if you watch my XRP update, I kind of went over what's happening. So the CPI index came lower than expected. So pretty much inflation, wasn't as bad as a lot of people were expecting. And again, now there's rate cut talks happening for September. And you guys know when rate cuts happen, riskier assets like Bitcoin are more attractive to investors. So, a lot of people are bullish for the Q4 of this year. And historically speaking, Q4 is a very nice time. Let me know down below what you guys think. But with that said, remember, Q4 this year is a massive quarter because, of course, we are seeing the elections taking place, and November is going to be a very important month to obviously keep an eye out on. But looking at Bitcoin dominance index, you guys can see this for yourself. Dominance index is pretty much sitting at 56.8% right now. Obviously we have pulled it down. That is nice, especially for altcoins, because we have seen the dominance pretty much ranging at that 58 almost percent. So that is really good if you're an altcoin holder right now, to see a little bit of a relief in the Bitcoin dominance, which gives altcoins a little bit of a breather. But on top of that, what's happening with Bitcoin right now is that Bitcoin also actually went back below the key support level, which we actually broke above yesterday. So you're seeing that volatility, guys. Look at it. If I were to zoom in, you guys can see this pattern playing out. After we had this massive green candle, you pretty much seen sideways momentum. But most importantly, one thing that is positive is the fact that the price of Bitcoin is actually staying within the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level, bouncing back and forth above this key support line. And that's what I want you guys to understand. understand and not forget. But of course, you don't want the price dropping below that, because if it does, a potential retest at 56,600, potentially even down to 54,500 is in the books. And I know not a lot of people like accepting that, but that is just straight facts, and we need to keep that in mind. But let's take a look at what's happening with Kaspa right now. So based off of that news itself, obviously you see the price of Kaspa seeing a little bit of a retracement. But with that said, you're seeing a very, very similar price pattern, with Bitcoin. So I don't think it's a big deal breaker, especially the people that believe in Kaspa's long-term vision. Even if the price of Kaspa were to go lower due to Mara selling their Kaspa's holdings, guess what that does? That obviously would give people that believe in Kaspa's vision in the long haul to obtain it at a cheaper price. But do you really think that Mara doesn't realize that? I don't think that they're going to be selling their entire balance, because of course, number one, it doesn't look good on them, and it's just not how businesses work. But let me know your personal thoughts down below. But since yesterday, after retesting that 17.3 cents key resistance, you have seen a retracement of about 5%. With that said, you're seeing the price still holding within the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level. Extensive amount of support. Remember, I spoke to you guys about this, how much support there really is around this range. And we're pretty much bouncing back and forth still within that range, and that is nice to see. Of course, you want to see the price of Kaspa breaking back above the 17.3 cents, which of course is the 0.50 and a very, very important key resistance. It's not a support, because we're below it. Because if we're able to break out of here, guys, I am very optimistic at 18.5 cents Kaspa could be something that is very near in the short-term target. So far so good. Continuous reminder to any of the trolls that are going to come out and say anything negative about Kaspa. I'll just give you guys a quick reminder from the beginning of the year. Where is the beginning of the year? I can't. Okay, let's just say even January 23rd of this year. If you picked it up around that range, you're still up 72.18%, and that is a big move. That is a big move, and obviously not a lot of people like talking about that. Some people want 800 to 3,000% moves, and that actually did happen with Kaspa. If you've been following this, let me give you guys a reminder on the yearly. It's up 333%, but remember, these numbers are a little flawed. They're behind. It's up way more. It's up thousands of percent if you picked it up late last year or even mid last year, when no one was paying attention to Kaspa. From that point on, it has come a long, long way. And there's a lot of good things coming, and people do tend to forget that. People tend to focus just on the short-term time frame. This generation, honestly, and I'm part of this generation. I'm not like some oldie. I'm sure you guys know that, but what I'm trying to say is our generation, guys, is so different. We tend to roast the boomers, and I understand, when people talk about, how these boomers are so focused on the traditional ways of thinking, but this generation, the way they think is just instant. You need it instantly, like whatever it is, you want to become rich instantly. And our social media time that we're in, it just makes us look at things on a total different scale. And even I'm a little bit even I fall for that sometimes. Even I start thinking about that. I'm like, no, that's not how you're supposed to think. It's just like a super unrealistic way of thinking. Because let's face it, if that was the case, you make life-changing gains like really fast. Let me tell you, everyone would be doing it. Obviously, some people get lucky, and the people that understand crypto markets understand the risk factor, and the ones that get lucky, they make good money. And then obviously, that goes to the masses. People start finding out, and then people think they're going to do the same. That's just not how it works. It requires patience, and that's part of the game. Let me know down below what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys don't agree with me? Love you all. See you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.